Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Athletics and Wellness Center, the campus of Earlham College. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Great to have you with us as we bring you HCAC basketball tonight. It's the Pioneers of Transylvania coming in, winning 11 of their last 12. They're 14-5 overall, 9-3 in conference play. And the Quakers, they've won 3 out of their last 4. They've improved their conference record of 4-8. They come into this one at 4-15. Great to have you with us as the Quakers hope to keep this streak alive, coming off a nice win in their last contest on the road at Anderson by a final 66-44. The only hiccup they've had over the last 4 games was that game on the road at Bluffton. They lost that one 58-39. It was a game in which the Quakers did not take care of the basketball the way they had in the other 3 games in which they ended up picking up wins. But tonight it'll be quite a test, as Transylvania has beat Earlham in 15 straight games since joining the HCAC prior to the 2010-2011 season. When we come back on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we're going to hear from head coach Shauna Watson. We talked with the head coach earlier this week about these big games coming up as the Quakers continue to fight for a playoff spot in the conference. That's coming up next right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back them better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Hey, Coach, talking to the players last week and talking to the couple of players this week, the one message I think to get the most is they kind of feel like now they're finally getting it and they're understanding what you want as a head coach. Are you kind of feeling the same way?
Yeah, I mean, they're playing with more confidence. They're playing with more urgency. They're finally believing that they can win basketball games, which has been kind of a struggle throughout the season. I'm not really sure what clicked or what got them there, but I think it's just constantly telling them that they're good basketball players and that they're capable of things, and it finally just clicked with them. So it's been really cool to see that change.
So maybe from your standpoint, maybe it was more mental than anything, right?
Oh, absolutely. It is definitely a mental thing. They've always had the talent. They needed to believe it themselves. I can tell them every day that they're good, but until they actually believe it themselves is when it's going to change. So,
and from a coaching standpoint, you want to reward them with the wins, and they're starting to win. You've won 3 out of 4. What has been the biggest difference between now and maybe the previous 4 or 5 games?
Honestly, it's just been confidence. Like, it's amazing what a little confidence can do for somebody. I think we just need to play, like, we have a ton of confidence on defense, and it's because it's something I've harped on all year. And so if we just transfer that same confidence from defense to offense, it makes a huge difference for us. And that's confidence in shooting, passing, ball handling. It's just kind of been a natural progression for them. So,
on the defensive side, if I may, a lot of players, defense is not the one thing that they like very much. Let's just be honest about it. You are a defensive player yourself. So you had to kind of convince them that defense is something that's going to help you win games, and that becomes a lot more fun.
Right. Well, I can be a little blunt in saying that if you want to play for me, play defense. That's just kind of something that I've always been focused on. I've always wanted to do. What happened? So it's been really cool to see them buy into that. So,
Coach, talk a little bit about your last two games. I know Bluffton was a rough one, but then you go to Anderson, you rebound, you get a win there. It was a turnover game against Bluffton, which I know is something you really focus on now, is cutting down on the turnovers. What is the difference between those two games?
Confidence. It's the same thing. I think we see Bluffton, and it's how badly we got beat the first time, and it's a confidence thing. With Anderson, we had confidence, and hopefully we can get to that point eventually that we have confidence against any team that we're playing. It doesn't matter who they are or what they've done to us in the past. So
you're going to get that chance again. Two big games coming up Wednesday, and then of course Saturday. I asked the players today about the pressure of playing now with something on the line. Do you get a feeling that this team can handle that kind of pressure, knowing that you have a few games left and there's really a very small margin of error right now?
Yeah, I think that they're ready for it. At this point, it's just one game at a time. I told them we kind of control our own destiny at this point. We win the games we're supposed to win. We've got a great chance of making the tournament. But, you just got to go into every game playing it the same way instead of like, everything rides on this game, because that's not necessarily true. Just go out there and play hard. So. Well,
you got two teams you're familiar with. Talk about Wednesday, then talk about Saturday, and certainly some of the things you're going to really have to do to win these two games at home.
Yeah, Transy, it'll be good that we're at home. I thought we played well the first time we played them. They switch it up a lot defensively. They'll zone, they man, and so we kind of just got to stick with what we're good at. We really got to rebound, and they shoot a lot of threes, so we got to contest that. And then Saturday, it's a combination of a couple things with Franklin. It's just going to be a hard-fought physical battle, and we just got to respond to it. So.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Big Boy's Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boy's Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
We welcome you back again to the Athletics and Wellness Center. Moments away from the tip-off here tonight. Let's go ahead and get the other stat I want to throw out here before we get to the starting lineups, and that is the tail of the tape. We'll put these two teams side by side tonight, brought to you by Mancino's. Let's look at the points per game. You see Transylvania nearly 68, only giving up 57. The Quakers kind of turned around on that one. They're giving up 66 points per game, scoring just 55. The field goal percentage in favor of Transylvania going into this one tonight. The Quakers just a little bit under the rebounding, a -2 between the two teams. The assist numbers go to Transylvania tonight and the Quakers. That last category right there is one area they will really have to turn around here tonight. That is 20 turnovers per game going into this one here this evening. Here's how Transylvania will line up tonight. Celia Klein is a 5'4 junior. She wears number 12. She gets the start this evening. Shelby Boyle is a 5'10 sophomore, averaging 14.5 points per game, wearing number 14. Ashton Woodard, a 5'9 sophomore, wearing number 21. Kristen Hayes, a 5'10 junior, wearing number 23. And Rachel Cox, a 6' senior, is starting tonight wearing number 30. For the Quakers tonight, Cameron White, a 5'6 sophomore, wearing number 10. Mariah Flynn is a 5'11 senior, wearing number 14. Kendall Spears, 5'6 and a sophomore, wearing number 15. Acacia Tennant is a 5'5 freshman, wearing number 30. And Zoe Curtis, 5'10 and a sophomore, wearing number 43. Curtis leads the team in scoring at 12.1 points per game. All right, when we come back, we will get this one tipped off coming up in just a couple of moments. It's the Quakers and the Pioneers here from the Athletics and Wellness Center right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. Back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center, thanks for being with us. Quakers home tonight, and then after tonight, we're back here on Saturday, men's and women's doubleheader. The men will play at 2, the women at around 4 o'clock. Again, both games right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. There you see the Pioneers, and now the Quakers being introduced. Pioneers will be in their traveling dark uniforms, and the Quakers, as always, in their home whites. We're hoping at halftime we get an opportunity to hear from one of the Earlham players we talked to this week. That is Cameron White, starting point guard for the Quakers. As you see her entering the floor right now, we talked with her earlier this week, and again, that feature coming up at halftime. By the way, if we hear about the Earlham men, they're on the road tonight at Transylvania. We'll get a score on that. We'll pass that along as well. And we want to give a shout-out to former Earlham coach and, again, longtime supporter of Earlham athletics all the way around, Melissa Johnson. Always thinking about Melissa, and hopefully her health is going to get better. We're praying for you, Melissa, and, again, we hope everything will turn out well for you here very, very soon. We need her back in the gym. And I know she'd like to be back in the gym here as well. One of these days we need to get up here and we need a color commentator. So, Melissa, again, praying for you. So here we go. Pioneers 9-3. Boy, they won 11 of 12. Their last loss, I know they'd love to get that game back. They dropped a tough one in their last time out. And they want to rebound here tonight. We'll give the updated standings here in a couple of moments as well in the HCAC. Things getting real tight here at the end of the year. We're down to about our last 5 games or so. Flynn in the middle. Tip will be won by the Quakers, and it'll be Earlham basketball to start things out. We'll see Transylvania opening up in their man-to-man. Quakers will get it to Spears. Tennant with the basketball, baseline Flynn. Flynn will shoot the 3, missed it off the front of the rim. One and done for the Quakers, and the rebound by Shelby Boyle. Rachel Cox leading the Pioneers in scoring at 14.5 points per game. With the basketball is Hayes. 18 on the shot clock. Lob pass inside. They're going to try to attack down low. There is Rachel Cox right there who will go to the line. So the Pioneers will head to the free throw line first off here tonight. First foul on the Quakers. Flynn will pick up number 1. Mariah having a good year overall when you consider the only senior on the team. And she, by the way, one of the top rebounders on the team as well. In fact, I think she is the top rebounder at over 6 rebounds per game. Second free throw is good. And Cox will get both Transylvania on top of this one, 2-0. Here's Spears. White, entry pass, turn, shooting, and hitting. Boy, I tell you what a year that Zoe Curtis is having as well. Curtis ties the ball game at 2 apiece. Zoe was recently named the HCAC Player of the Week. Hayes gets it across the timeline. Transylvania back into their man-to-man offense. Here's Klein. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Entry pass to Woodard. And they'll work it back to Boyle. Boyle with the left hand. Down the lane. Little floater up and good. So Woodard averaging 11 per game. A 48% shooter. Make it a 4-2 ball game. Kendall Spears. Off now to White. Transylvania will now go to a 2-3 zone. Open up in a man, so they're going to mix it up. Coach talked about Transylvania mixing things up. Curtis almost got, in fact, a double dribble. Here's White. That one off the bottom of the rim. 6 on the shot clock. The back out to Spears for 3. Rims in and out. And the rebound pulled out of there by Cox. Rachel Cox, last time out at 10 against Earlham. The big game belonged to Woodard. 18 points, 7 rebounds in that win earlier this season. Pioneers basketball. Here's Boyle. Three-pointer on the way. No. And the rebound, Tennant there for the Quakers. Earlham going to try to run right here. Lead pass will find Spears. Spears back outside. Here is Flynn for three. No, and 2 in a row now that have gone in and out. And the rebound, Rachel Cox once again. Reminder, you can follow live stats as we go on GoEarlham.com. Near side Hayes. Hayes at the elbow gets the screen from Woodard. And a turnover. Transylvania committing their first turnover of the ball game. Quakers will make a change. We will see Wiesner come in. Amy Wiesner out of Columbus, Indiana, played at Columbus North, a very strong high school basketball program, both the boys and the girls at Columbus North High School. 7:30 to go in the opening period of play. Spears at the elbow once again with a left-hand dribble to the top. Wiesner left side, Tennant. And she'll bring it back out to Spears. Here's the drive now by Flynn. Flynn, and I think they got it for a travel, and they did. So the Quakers with a turnover. Earlham again coming in at 20 per game. When they cut down on the turnovers, they're in basketball games. When they do like what happened against Bluffton, they can be run out of the gym. So they got to really take care of the ball. Quakers will now press. Across the timeline is Klein. Off the left wing to Boyle. Boyle entry pass and a steal. Tennant with the steal. Second turnover now by Transylvania. Quaker basketball. Here's a three by Flynn at the top. That one rims in and out. Curtis with a rebound. Put back with the right hand. Good. Zoe Curtis now with 4. And the Quakers tie this game at 4 apiece. Across the timeline, Klein. Earlham will make another change. In fact, we'll see a change here for Transylvania as well. Entry pass, they'll go big. Woodard around the perimeter in the corner. Three-pointer missed by Boyle. And the Quakers get the rebound. That's Flynn. Earlham back the other way. Tennant with the basketball with the left hand. Back to the right. Feeds off to the left side now to Spears. Entry pass, Curtis. And that's going to be blocked by Rachel Cox. Curtis able to get it back down to the baseline. And a foul call against Rachel Cox. And that will be her first. If there is a player that has improved from one year to the next, and we talked with Zoe Curtis last year. She's out of Newcastle here in Indiana. If you know anything about Newcastle, they love to shoot the three, and the post players are kind of a second thought. Earlham coming now with Kyra Joseph, number 34. Also checking into the lineup will be number 12, Kayla Bowling out of Osgood, Indiana, played at Jack Sendell High School. She drives and scores. Bowling coming off the bench and immediately making a contribution. Quakers now lead at 6-4. You go back again to Zoe Curtis. Post players just don't get a whole lot of love in Newcastle. I asked her about her development as a player, and of course it may have been better if she'd have shot the ball more. That shot deep in the corner, no good by Klein, and a long rebound by Boyle. Fresh 30 on the shot clock now for the Pioneers. Here's Klein with the basketball. Woodard at the elbow. Skip pass, and a three is on the way. That one rims in and out as Taylor Jackson has entered the ball game, number 5. Jackson out of Louisville, Kentucky, played at Male High School. 5:23 to go. Entry pass, Curtis again. Right hand, good. Zoe Curtis with 6 off the glass. And the Quakers have an early 8-4 lead. Here's your press again. At the top of that press will be Wiesner. In the backcourt, in the ball game, Carly Clemens, and there's another turnover. Third now for Transylvania. Clemens is checked in. She is out of Burlington, Kentucky, a 6 foot and a senior. Wiesner off now to Bowling. Top of the key, Joseph swings it left side, Tennant. Curtis posting up underneath, 15 on the shot clock, and the entry pass, Joseph nearly threw it away. Good hustle on the opposite side by Bowling, but they'll say she stepped on the end line, and that'll be a turnover for the Quakers. Rosie Newhart will check in. She too out of Osgood, Indiana, Jack Sendell High School. They're making another nice run in girls high school basketball this year. 4:45 to go here in the opening period of play. 8-4 Quakers. They break the press. Jackson drives with the right hand off the glass and good. Jackson averaging 3.8 points per game. Now makes it 8-6. And the Quakers back the other way. Turn the basketball over for the third time. Each team now with 3. Transylvania will come now with Walker coming in. Zenevia Walker. She will wear number 2. She's out of Danville, Kentucky, a 5'3" freshman. So the backcourt changing here for the Pioneers. In the backcourt, Clemens gets it off once again to Walker. Walker across the timeline, gets chased. Quakers very good at their guard position, turning people over. Jackson on the drive. Another right-hand shot from the left side is good. Jackson 4 points off the bench. And just like that, we're tied at 8. 4:10 to go in the opening quarter. Joseph swings it left side, Wiesner. Wiesner now crosses back to the left hand of the wing to Joseph. Still plenty of time in the shot clock with 16. Wiesner, left wing again, 2 dribbles, hands it off now to Bowling. Bowling straight away, looks to the near side. Tennant on the high post. Here's Newhart back outside. The three-pointer by Bowling is off the front of the rim. Ball loose. Joseph able to come up with it. Banks it off the glass, no good. Rebound again by Newhart. And her putback good. Quakers offensive rebounding. It pays dividends. And the Quakers lead it by 2. And a traveling call in the backcourt on Clemens. 4th turnover now, Transylvania. Joseph out, Bowling is out, White back in, and Flynn coming back in for Earlham. 3:31 to go in the opening quarter. Each team with 1 foul, so things have been clean here early. Transylvania will make a change as well. Coming out of their lineup will be Ashton Woodard. Entry pass to Flynn. Tried to go high-low. 15-footer on the way. Good. Flynn averaging 8.7 points per game. Hits the open jumper. The Quakers lead it by 4. The press again. Turnover. White with the steal. White off the glass. No good. And Wiesner comes away with it for the Quakers, and it'll be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Quaker basketball. Transylvania now with 5 turnovers here in the opening quarter. And coming into their lineup is Miranda Otero out of Brook Park, Ohio, a 6'2" freshman. She will wear number 44. So right now, Pioneers worried not only about the press, but they're not rebounding as well. So they get a little bit bigger inside. Wiesner back out Tennant. They'll swing it to White. Shot fake, drives baseline left, throws it off the glass, can't get it to go. And the rebound for the Pioneers coming away with it. That looks like Boyle, who got the rebound. Here's Walker quickly across the timeline against Wiesner. Walker dumps it in the corner. Shot fake, drive down the lane, and we've got a whistle and a foul as Hayes will go to the line for 2. They're going to get Cameron White for the foul. And here is Hayes at the line for 2. By the way, they're a pretty good shooting free throw team. They are at 83% as a team. That's almost unheard of. You start getting around 79, 80% of a team, that's great, but you're at 83. Zoe Curtis back in after a short break. Quakers got good minutes from Newhart. Second free throw is no good. Quaker basketball. Earlham quickly pushing it up the right sideline. Good job there by White to keep that one in play. Here's Flynn reversing it to Wiesner. Wiesner will penetrate. Dumps it down inside. Might have had it slapped out of her hands. She'll get back the basketball once again to White out front. 2:24 to go, 12 on the shot clock. White, right side Wiesner. Entry pass to Curtis. In the corner to Flynn. Quick release, no. And the rebound pulled down by Walker for Transylvania. Walker with the left-hand dribble across the timeline. Here's a 14-footer, no good. Is missing that one is Boyle. And running it down in the corner for the Quakers is Wiesner. Tennant across the timeline once again. On the high post is Flynn. Wiesner near side, back again to Flynn. Entry pass intended for Curtis. Can't hold on to it. 4th turnover now for the Quakers. Transylvania in transition the other way. Here's Jackson on the drive, left it short, almost passed it to herself, and then got it back and laid it in. She has 6. 2-point ball game. 1:34 to go. Here's White. White down the lane, looks for the opening, stripped out of her hands, foul called against Boyle. So White will go to the line for 2 shots. This will be the first time the Quakers have gone to the free throw line tonight. First free throw by Cameron is off the back of the iron. Both teams a little bit rough early at the free throw line. In the ball game will be Celia Klein once again for Transylvania. Cox is back in. And Woodard also checking back in. Sarah Ashley has also come in. Ashley will wear number 33. She's out of Corbin, Kentucky, a 5'7" senior. Second free throw by Cameron is good, and it's now 3-point ball game. 1:27 to go in the quarter. Sideline Hayes gets the double team. Midcourt pass to Cox. Lead pass Ashley. Left wing looking inside, nothing there. Here's a 3 at the top. That's going to be off the rim as Cox can't get it to go. And we've got a rebounding foul against Transylvania. I think they may have gotten Hayes on the foul. Take that back. It's going to be Klein instead. So Klein picks up her first. Quakers come back now with Bowling. White will sit down. 1:10 remaining, so no matter what, the Pioneers will get another possession. Quakers will probably make this 2 for 1. Here's Sparks. Off now to Wiesner. Left side Bowling. Sparks, top of the key, surveys what's available, nothing there. Wiesner near side. Joseph back to Wiesner and then out top between the circles to Joseph. Hands off Bowling. Bowling penetrates down the lane, has her shot blocked. That's going to be Hayes with the block, and will head the other way. Ashley crossed the timeline. 40 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Ashley backs it off with the right hand, gets the high screen. And now they'll work it out front to Cox. With the basketball at the top. Here's a 3 on the way. That's no good as Klein can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Cox. She'll penetrate, has it stripped out of her hands. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bowling. 21.9 remaining on the game clock. They can go ahead and shut off the shot clock, and they do. So let's see if Transylvania will try to play for 1. A lot of teams like to score off the inbound. They'll quickly work it back inside. Ball stripped out of the hands of Woodard. It's on the floor, picked up by Transylvania. That is Ashley on the floor, and the Quakers jump in. There's Bowling, gets a hand on it. Jump basketball right here. The possession arrow will go in favor of Transylvania. So they'll get charged with a possession change. 13.5 remaining. And the inbound by Ashley right at the Earlham bench. Here's Klein. Klein left side. Driving after the shot fake, and the basket good by Hayes. 1-point ball game. 4 seconds to go. Here's Bowling. Bowling at the buzzer. Got it. Bowling coast to coast for the basket. And the Quakers, after the first period of play on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers on top of this one, 15-12.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Earlham basketball being brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub. No artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Wednesday, the turkey breast. And Friday, the tuna. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. We got an extra buzzer right there. Quakers ended up losing 2 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Earlham basketball. Flynn off now to White, who's come back into the ball game. Tennant wide open 3 on the near side. Good. Her first bucket of the ball game, and the Quakers playing well early. Now lead this one by 6. Quakers press again. Cox across the timeline, a little bit out of her comfort zone. Quickly wants to get it back to one of her guards, and that'll be Klein. Klein guarded there by Spears. Lob pass inside to Cox, and Cox will lay it in, and a foul call against the Quakers. Boy, one thing if you're head coach Shauna Watson, you got to keep an eye on Rachel Cox extending that arm. She posted and really did a nice job sealing underneath, but she extended that right arm on that lob pass, and I'd ask those officials to really keep an eye on that. White picked up her second foul. She comes out of the ball game. Free throw's no good, and Earlham comes up with the basketball off the rebound. Tennant will find Wiesner on the near side. Quakers leading it again by 5. 18, we'll take that back. It's 18-15 is your scores. The Quakers now turn it over for the 5th time. High screen put on there by Woodard. Here's Ashley. Ashley, too, receives that high screen. Gives it off down to Hayes. Skip pass. Here is a 3. That's no good by Klein. And the Quakers come away with it off the rebound. It will be Kendall Spears. Now they put it back to 14. I'm trying to follow these guys on their scoreboard. They say 18-14 instead of 18-15. Curtis will kick it to Wiesner. Down the lane. Off-balance shot, no good. Got her body turned. Klein with a rebound now for the Pioneers. I should probably tell them I was a math major in school. Near side, here's Hayes. In the corner, three-pointer by Klein. Another miss. They are absolutely cold from the outside. Here is Spears with a rebound. We'll take it all the way down the floor and set it back up in the half court. Spears gets it back. Entry pass to Curtis. Curtis against Cox. Cox will get the block. Boy, and Curtis, I know, a little dejected on that one. Probably should have given her a little more head fake right there and try to get Cox in the air and then body her up there. It'll be Transylvania basketball. Near side once again to Hayes. Hayes gets the high screen by Woodard, and we have a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Wiesner just picked up the foul. Coming out of the ball game for Transylvania will be Klein. And it appears that Shelby Boyle is back in. Boyle at 11.7 points and 7.7 rebounds per contest. Fresh 30 in the shot clock here for the Pioneers. They'll dump it in the corner to Hayes. Shot fake, drives right hand, good. Hayes with 4. And we're back now to a 2-point ball game. 7:35 to go, period 2. Here's Bowling off the elbow, gets the screen from Flynn. Bowling near side once again into the hands of Spears. Flynn, three-pointer, top of the key. Another one rims in and out. Boy, I tell you what, they've had about 4 of those go in and out. Transylvania basketball following the rebound. Here's Hayes up the left sideline in the corner to Woodard for 3. There's a three-pointer by Woodard. And just like that, it is a 1-point lead now for the Pioneers. Quaker basketball, near side Spears. Tennant looks inside, nothing there. Bowling now will entry pass to Newhart, who's checked in. Tennant's shot's no good. Newhart with a rebound and the kick out back to Spears, and the Quakers get a fresh 30. Boy, Newhart not a tall post player, but again can be very physical underneath as that one is thrown away. He was intended for Bowling, or take that back, Newhart from Flynn. Newhart was trying to position herself underneath and pin her man a little bit high, and the pass goes out of bounds. In the ball game now for Transylvania, Elizabeth Hardiman, a 6'3 freshman. So they have a 6'2 freshman and a 6'3 freshman. Where do they find him? That one will be thrown away. This time Transylvania turns it over. 7 turnovers now by the Pioneers. They also have a couple of 6-foot seniors, a couple of 5'10 sophomores, freshmen on there. They got a lot of big players. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They are bigger than Earlham by far. But so far, the Quakers have held their own here in the first half. Here's Flynn, top of the key. Flynn with a jab step. Now the drive with the left hand. Looks up and under. Throws it off the glass. No good. Newhart with a rebound. Nothing there. Kicks it back outside to Bowling. Bowling got 2 in the air. Back outside to Flynn. Here is Spears for three. That one's no good. And an offensive rebound by Bowling, and she'll be fouled by Ashley. Good job on the rebounding side by Bowling for the Quakers. By the way, Bowling is listed at 5'5", and she got in there and got a rebound amongst the big players there for Transylvania. For head coach Julie Folks, she's going to make a change, bring Ashley out, and coming into the lineup now will be Macy Ford, a 5'6" junior out of Florence, Kentucky. Quakers go inside to Flynn, double team, steps back inside, and we've got a jump ball. Well, that was awful quick. Possession arrow goes in favor of Transylvania. Quakers now with 7 turnovers or lost possessions here in the first half. 6:09 to go. Quakers once again in the full court press. Ford will get it back once again to Boyle, who'll bring it across the timeline. Here's Ford. Ford with the left hand, picks it up, gives it now to Woodard. Far side on the dribble is Hayes. Entry pass, turning and shooting and missing is Hardiman. Offensive rebound, put back, no, and that'll put Hayes at the line for 2. So Spears will pick up the foul for Kendall. That'll be her first. Team foul number 3. We haven't seen a whole lot of fouls. Again, in women's basketball, we start over every 5 fouls. In fact, you go every 5 fouls in a quarter, and you shoot 2 shots. Wiesner back in. Quakers trailed by 2. By the way, Mariah Flynn will come out. Quakers led by Zoe Curtis so far with 6. Bowling with 4. 3 points by Tennant. And on the other side, Jackson with 6. Second free throw is good. Quakers trail it by 3. Rachel Cox has 4. Woodard with 5. Good balanced scoring for Transylvania. 5:38 to go. Wiesner at the elbow. Now with the left hand dribble to the circle. Bowling will work at left side. Tennant. Joseph back in the ball game, roaming that high post. Also in the high post now will be Newhart. Wiesner on the drive. 10 on the shot clock. Bouncing back outside to Bowling. Drive stripped out of her hands. Quakers turn it over. Second straight time. 8 turnovers in the first half unofficially for the Quakers. Again, live stats on GoEarlham.com if you want to follow the stats in this one. Entry pass will find Boyle. Boyle tried to kick it back outside. Knocked out of bounds by Kyra Joseph. Here is Zoe Curtis back in. And Newhart will sit down. 5:06 remaining now in the first half. Transylvania looks like they want to score off the inbound, but if there's nothing there, they'll be glad to set it up in the half court. 12 on the shot clock. Ford works it right side. They're trying to dump it down low. The kick out. Here's another 3 on the way. That's no good as Hayes can't get it to go. Long rebound, finally pulled out of there by Hardiman. And in a fresh 30 now. The Quakers have not rebounded in the last couple of possessions. We have to see the rebounders get back in. They're going to attack down low. The entry pass will go to Boyle, and Boyle lays it in for her first 2. So they use their size advantage in that possession. Quaker basketball. Joseph now to Bowling. Bowling with the left hand. Wide open 3. They stepped away from her, let her shoot it. Ball goes out of bounds. Hardiman the last to touch it. And we'll see a change now for the Pioneers. Rachel Cox will come back in. And Klein back in as well, 2 of the starters for the Pioneers. 4:23 to go. Off the inbound. Tennant with the basketball. We'll give it back to Bowling. They looked inside. Nothing available in that 2-3 zone. Wiesner left elbow. Tennant once again looked. Bowling near side. Back to Tennant. Here's Curtis. Curtis will find Joseph. Joseph fires it and misses badly. And the rebound pulled out of there by Boyle. Quakers continue to press. Lead pass will find Woodard across the timeline. And now Woodard will bring it to the top of the key. Woodard shovels it off now to Klein. Klein now with the left-hand dribble. Near side to Ford. Lobs inside to Cox. Cox tried to throw it underneath the arm of Curtis. Can't get it to go, but sneaking in there is Klein for the offensive board. It did not hit the rim. 3 on the shot clock. That one almost at the buzzer. It will not be a shot clock violation as the ball goes out of bounds, and it looks like Transylvania will get a fresh shot clock. Flynn is in, Joseph out. Flynn averaging 6.1 rebounds per game, so they've got to have her back in there, help rebound, as the Quakers have been beaten on the boards the last several possessions. Off the inbound, Cox quickly tried to feed it back to the inbounder. That was Woodard, and the ball comes all the way back outside. And we've got a whistle and a foul, and that'll go against Zoe Curtis. That is only team foul number 4. Quakers have gone into a little bit of a scoring slump of late. They have not seen some points on the board in the last couple of minutes. Head coach Julie Folks, out of her coach's box, would like to talk with the official that's closest to her. I'm almost trying to hear what she had to say, but I know she's not happy about something. Well, what coach is happy? Some can't be satisfied with even like 12 wins. 3:29 to go. Quakers bring Wiesner out. Spears is in. Bowling in. That's Bowling on the guard. The kick out. Here is a 3. Top of the key. Good. That is Woodard. Her second 3. She has 8. And the Quakers in their biggest deficit, 8 points. Here's Spears at the elbow. Gets the screen from Flynn. Tennant thought about the shot. Bowling back to Tennant. Curtis posting up underneath. So the Quakers basically a 4-out-1 in offense. Here's Flynn. She'll step out. Shoot the 3. That's no good. And the rebound by Boyle. Quakers staying relatively cold from the outside. Earlham with just the 1-3 so far. 2:47 to go. This is Ford. Ford, right elbow. Skip pass. Here's another 3. This one is in and out as Woodard went for 2 in a row. Couldn't get it. Rebound put back good by Cox. And the Quakers need a timeout. It is the rebounding that is doing the Quakers in so far here in this second quarter. We will take a quick timeout. Quakers trail this one on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard by 10.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center, Quakers get their first timeout and a much-needed timeout. Quakers, if I'm not mistaken, were leading this one 18-17, and they have now given up 11 unanswered points since that time. So Quakers get the timeout. Spears with the basketball for the Quakers as the Pioneers will stay man-to-man. Here's Bowling driving to the baseline, stops, nearly slipped. Back outside to Spears. They'll work it left side, Tennant. Here's Flynn. Flynn looking inside to Curtis. Zoe receives and has another shot blocked by Cox. Gets it back. 6 on the shot clock. Tennant back once again to Flynn. Flynn will throw it up and miss it. And the rebound, Bowling put back, no. Boy, Quakers had several opportunities, couldn't get it to go. Walker back in now for Transylvania. Here's Walker now to the near side. Top of the key will find Ford. And a whistle and a foul against the Quakers. That'll be team foul number 5, so we will head to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Easy for me to say free throws. Good thing I get paid by the word. Here's Boyle. Well, things starting to fall together here for Transylvania. They were a little bit rough early. That press was starting to bother them. And by the way, Mariah Flynn just picked up her second. Get a chance, I'm going to try to check those standings for you. The second free throw is good as well. And again, you're still looking now at every point that the Pioneers score and the Quakers don't. The deficit continues to get bigger. Back in the ball game now for Transylvania will be Celia Klein. Earlham needs to get something right here. This is big. This is really a big possession before halftime. You're down by 12. Spears off the left wing. Bowling straight away. Now we'll give it back to Spears. They're trying to get it inside, but just not a whole lot of luck so far. 10 on the shot clock. Flynn, high post. Flynn stripped from behind, knocked out of bounds, last touch by Jackson. One thing, if you're going to put the ball on the floor as a post player, make sure those pesky guards are nowhere around, because you can't trust any of them. They will steal you blind. Here's Tennant. Nothing off the inbound, and then they throw it away. Boy, that's tough right there. That's a tough possession. Curtis unable to get to that basketball, and now Earlham has been stagnant offensively for way too long. They need to stop right here. Almost an over and back as Cox at midcourt. Cox wants to get rid of it, find a guard. Jackson in the corner. Jackson will give it back now to Walker. Coming off that high screen was Clemens. Here's a baseline shot by Jackson, hits another one. Jackson has 8 in the first half. And the Quakers now trail it by 14. Again, Earlham had a 1-point lead. Here's Curtis. Back outside to Bowling. Her three-pointer's no good. And they have gone ice cold. Here come the Pioneers once again. On the drive. Pull-up shot baseline, no. Offensive rebound put back by Cox, no. And another rebound by Jackson. 3 in a row. And all 3 miss, including Klein. Here's Tennant across the timeline to Spears. Spears, nothing there. Back out to Flynn. We'll bring it right side to Bowling. Back outside again to Spears. Baseline Bowling. Her shot is no good. And Earlham will finish out this half without scoring over probably the last 3.5, 4 minutes. Here is Walker at the left elbow. In the corner. 3-point shots off the front of the rim. Might have been a little bit quick for Klein, but Jackson gets the rebound. Her shot no good. Tennant with a rebound, and we have made it to halftime. Quakers go cold for the last couple of minutes of the first half. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Transylvania leading Earlham 32-18. Stay right there. We're going to hear from guard Kendall White in just a couple of moments. Cameron White in just a couple of moments. See what her thoughts are about where this basketball team is heading into these games, including tonight and their next game coming up on Saturday. We'll have it for you right here, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Let's go back to the last 4 games. You've won 3 out of 4. In your estimation, what's been the difference between the games you have won and the one game that you lost?
I think it comes down to how we're playing as a team, the effort and the focus that we come in with each game. I think lately it's been a lot better, and that's why we're winning games. We're moving the ball well, making better decisions with our passes, and I think it's all just clicking for us here lately. And we had a little relapse in the Bluffton game, but it happens to every team, so...
You know, the one thing about the players I talked to last week is they feel that maybe the system is starting now to sink in a little bit more. You're getting used to the verbiage and the way that the coach wants you to do things. Would that be a fair assessment?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, things are starting to click, and I think it's because we're really, getting all those things, together. I know for sure, for me, everything's starting to click, and I think it's happening with all of us, so...
How frustrating was it, though, early in the transition? Because, again, one system completely different than the other system. You're asked to do a lot more defensively, pressing and such. So was it frustrating early?
To me, it wasn't. It's it was my freshman year last year, so we just kind of had to only got 1 year of it. For, more upperclassmen, it might be a more difficult transition, but for me to only have 1 year and then to transition to a new one, it wasn't too bad. I like her style of basketball. It's the type that I like to play, so for me it was really fun. Defense has always been something I pride myself in, so it was always easy for me.
You know, I'm glad you said that, and as a former coach, that gives me goosebumps because 2 things. Number one, I love it when players use their left hand and they don't like using their left hand, and defense is the other one because defense is not sexy. It doesn't show up in the box score, so it's something you really want to do.
Yes, exactly. That's something all through high school. I always just knew defense wasn't in the stat book, but it was just always something that I knew every team needed. It's something all my coaches in the past had harped on, and something that I just took pride in because I knew that's what I needed to do. If that's all I did in the game, that was okay with me.
When you started the year and things were a little bit rough, did you ever imagine right now that you guys could be in a playoff spot here if you continue to win the way you're doing? Did it cross your mind at all?
Actually, yeah, I did. I knew the talents that we had. I knew we could make it there. Last year was just a matter of clicking together, and this year I think we really are doing that, outside of the court and on the court, and I think I knew we could do it. It just was a matter of time before we actually, got it together and did it.
You said you had a hiccup, and you did, and it was a hiccup. You come back, you play against Anderson, you go up there and get a win. And I know they struggle a little bit, but it's there. And now you have 2 games at home. Let's talk about your 2 upcoming games, 2 teams that got you before, if I'm not mistaken, but you get them here. How important is it that you turn around and get these guys here at home?
It's very important for our team. It's playoffs, and it's big wins if we get them. I think we have a good chance to beat both teams, and we have our home court advantage, and I think we have a good shot, and I think we can do it. So,
I'll tell you what, though, there are some players that don't cherish that type of pressure very well. Are you curious to see how you guys may handle it, knowing that you can't afford many more losses in the last 7 games or 6 games you have?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how we do, but I think we'll handle it pretty well. I think we've done a pretty good job at it before, and I think we can do it again. It's just a matter of how our practices go the next few days and how we prepare for it. So I think we'll be all right, though.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Drive in for the win and drive out with savings. It's a savings drive only at Wetzel Ford. Choose from our huge selection and drive away with a win. Right now, you can lease a 2017 Fusion S for only $249 a month for 36 months. Or lease a 2018 Flex for only $339 a month for 36 months. Or save over $4,500 and get 1.9% APR for 60 months on our huge selection of F-150 XLTs. Drive in for great savings during the Savings Drive at Wetzel Ford Richmond.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
All right, back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center, we're at halftime. Boy, the Quakers went cold in that second quarter. They were outscored in period number 2, 20-3. Earlham ended up shooting just 6.7% in that second quarter. They were 1 of 15. Their overall percentage has now dropped down to 22.9. They're 8 of 35 in the first half. Now, Transylvania, they shot much better at 37.5, and so you can kind of see where the Quakers fell off in that long stretch where they just couldn't get anything going offensively, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. So let's go ahead. 12 of 32 shooting for Transylvania, 38%. They were only 2 of 14 from three-point range, 6 of 9 from the line. They finished with 25 rebounds, 11 offensive boards, and they also finished with 6 assists, 5 turnovers, 5 blocks, and 5 steals. In the scoring department, Boyle was 6, Woodard was 6, Hayes was 6, Rachel Cox was 6, Taylor Jackson finished with 8. For the Quakers, again, they were 8 of 35, only 1 of 12 from three-point range, 1 of 2 from the line. They finished with 24 rebounds, 13 offensive rebounds for the Quakers in the first half, 4 assists, 10 turnovers, no blocks, and 2 steals. Scoring for the Quakers, White with a single point, Mariah Flynn with 2, Tennant with 3, Curtis with 6, Bowling with 4, and Rosie Newhart with 2 in the first half of play. So you see right there, Quakers got to get it going again here in the third quarter and try to do as quickly as they possibly can. Hey, just a reminder, Earlham baseball is right around the corner. The 2017 HCAC regular season and tournament champions, and were voted as the regular season favorite to win again this year the HCAC championship. In the recent voting, their season opens up February 24th and 25th. They'll have a 4-game series against Wittenberg, a great way to open things up at the ballpark. Brand new lights. It's going to be a lot of fun again this year. Quakers again, Wittenberg, February 24th and 25th, and they get that chance to go to Fort Pierce, Florida. They have not offered that I could go yet. If they do, I'll just go watch. It'll be a 6-game set down at Fort Pierce, March 13th through the 16th. Earlham men's and women's lacrosse seasons are coming up as well. The Earlham men under head coach Jason Grace have an exhibition on February 24th against Ancilla, and then their season opener Saturday, March 3rd against Fontbonne. That'll be a 1 o'clock start time. The Earlham women under head coach Molly McDonald will get underway Wednesday, March 7th against Transylvania beginning at 7 p.m. So a reminder, go to GoEarlham.com for all the latest information on both the baseball and lacrosse teams. Again, GoEarlham.com, their schedules there as well. All right, when we come back, we will get the second half coming up in a couple of moments. Quakers trail this one 32-18 in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back them better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Well, this is going to be a big third quarter for the Quakers. As we mentioned, they have gone cold in the offensive department. They've got to get things going pretty quick. You don't want a Transylvania team as good as they are to get rolling, and they really didn't play all that well in the first half either. So now it's a matter of getting this offense going. 20 minutes of basketball remaining here, and then, of course, we're back coming up on Saturday. Talk more about that in just a few moments. Quaker basketball, Spears at the left elbow, and will look like a 1-3-1 zone put together here by the Pioneers. Entry pass to Curtis. Curtis up and under with the left hand, blocked again by the post player Rachel Cox. One thing she's going to have to do, she comes back up and under, is maybe give her a head fake and try to get Cox in the air. So far, that has not happened for Zoe Curtis. Tennant will inbound from the baseline. White swings it to Spears. Right side to Flynn. Entry pass to Zoe, lost it. Quakers 10 turnovers. Here is Klein across the timeline. Gets the high screen. As Boyle posting up underneath after the screen. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay here. 16 seconds remaining on the shot clock here in the third quarter. You look at that schedule ahead. Quakers back home. They have 3 more home games and 2 road contests. So you're looking at 5 games to go. If they lose this one tonight, they fall to 4-9. Rose-Hulman is 12-0 in the conference. Cox with the basketball outside to Klein. Here's Woodard. 10 on the shot clock. Hayes will give it back again to Woodard. The high screen. You hear the countdown. Woodard drives and scores. 10 points now by Woodard. And again, I think at one point the Quakers are at 18-17. This has been a 17-0 run now. Here is Zoe, double team, tries to pivot. Tennant in the lane, no good. Long rebound, still loose. Picked up by the Quakers. Good job by Tennant. Run down the loose basketball. Here's White, left wing. Spears to Tennant. Flynn flashing to the high post. They'll go inside. Pass intended for Zoe, and it goes off her hands and out of bounds. Quakers 11 turnovers. Rose-Hulman 12-0. Bluffton, Transylvania both 9-3. Hanover 8-4. Mount St. Joe is 6-6. We'll pick up the rest of the standings in a moment. Lead pass will find Boyle. And Transylvania, after breaking the press, will set it back up in the half court. Quakers stay man-to-man. 8:22 to go here in the second quarter. Hayes, entry pass again to Boyle, and layup good. They're just schooling the Quakers underneath now. If you go back to the 20-3, and that's going to be a lane, or is that going to be a violation, or are they going to make him re-entry? So they're going to make him re-enter the basketball. You outscored 20-3 in that second quarter. So the Quakers, since they scored 15 in the opening quarter, have managed just 3 points. This is a long scoring drought. Rest of the standings, Franklin 5-7, Manchester, Earlham both at 4-8, Defiance 3-9, Anderson 0-12. So again, the Quakers only have 5 games remaining after today to try to qualify. White on the drive, that's going to be deflected out of bounds. It'll stay Quaker basketball. And we see Shannon Pittman coming in. Pittman, a 5'11 sophomore out of Lyons, Indiana. Her fan club is here tonight. Played at White River Valley High School. Here is the three, and that one is no good by Flynn. And Pittman able to get the tip. Pittman a part of that volleyball team this year. Entry pass again to Zoe, another block. And right now, Rachel Cox is not going to allow Zoe Curtis to get a clean shot off. By the way, Rachel just has the one foul, so she can gamble a little bit. 7:28 remaining here in the third quarter. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Here's White off the inbound. No, and the Quakers again unable to get anything on offense. Transylvania basketball. High post now to Boyle. Swings it left side. They're going to try to work it inside again as Boyle posting up. Skip pass to Hayes. Also posting up is Woodard. Cox will work it left side now to Klein. Skip pass to Hayes. Hayes on the drive. Finds Klein for three. Missed it. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Rachel Cox. It will be Quaker basketball at 6:57. Earlham again will bring Wiesner into the lineup. Flynn between the circles. Now puts it on the floor with the left hand. Pittman skip pass out front. Again to White. Tennant, right elbow. Here's Pittman, top of the key. Entry pass again. We'll find Curtis. Back to Pittman. Her shot is on the way. That one's no good. And the rebound by Cox, and the foul will be called against Pittman, I do believe. So they got 25, Pittman. Now they're going to say Curtis. So Curtis picks up number 2. Quakers will try to make a change here. Curtis coming out. Tennant coming out. Wiesner, we mentioned, is checked in. Also coming in will be Newhart. One time Earlham led this game 15-12. 24 now to 3. 36-18. It'll be Woodard with a basketball lobbing inside. White from the backside to take it away. Knocked out of bounds from Clemens. Carly Clemens has checked into the ball game, the 6-footer out of Burlington, Kentucky. And we have a offensive foul, moving screen called against Transylvania. They're going to get Boyle on the foul. That'll be her second. Turnover number 8 now on Transylvania. We say Transylvania turnover, and that also includes loss of possession arrow. Here's Pittman on the right side. Skip past Wiesner. And boy, I tell you what, reading that one extremely well was Boyle. She just took that one out of midair. Transylvania basketball once again. Quakers now with 12 turnovers. Here's Clemens. Woodard, 15 on the shot clock. Jackson, who's checked back into the ball game, has it now up front. One dribble, bounces now to Klein. Klein gets the screen from Boyle. Klein in the corner, 3 on the shot clock. And Boyle can't get it off, and that'll be a shot clock violation. 9th turnover now by Transylvania. going to see Zenobia Walker come back in. Quakers come now with Kyra Joseph. So Flynn will sit down. .5:32 remaining. Wiesner to Joseph. Pittman. Quakers have tried to find a combination that'll work here, and they finally score. Newhart underneath. Pittman will get the assist. Newhart now with 4. Quakers down by 16. Walker quickly across the timeline. Walker against Wiesner. There's your high screen once again by Clemens. Here's a 3 on the way. No good by Boyle. And the rebound and stepping out of bounds is Woodard. That'll be the 10th turnover by Transylvania. Let's see here. Curtis is 3 for 8. Bowling 2 for 8. Newhart's 2 for 2 tonight. Flynn 1 for 10. Tennant 1 for 3. Everybody else is 0 for. Here is Joseph. Short jumper good. And the Quakers down by 14. 4:39 remaining. Jackson back to midcourt to Boyle. Boyle will bring it across the timeline, hands it off now to Walker, gets the screen from Boyle. Walker on the drive. Oh, I'll tell you what, great shot by Walker. Somehow able to get that one over White. Back the other way we go. And the ball knocked out of bounds. That'll be Quaker basketball. Transylvania will make 2 more changes. Kristen Hayes will come in. And also checking into the lineup will be 33, Sarah Ashley. So now the Quakers inbound. Here's Wiesner. Pittman at the top. Pittman crossing back to the left hand. Shot no good. Newhart battling for the loose basketball. He goes out of bounds. They'll say Newhart the last to touch it. And the home crowd doesn't like that call. So now the Pioneers. This is kind of a low-scoring quarter. The Pioneers 6, Quakers 4. Driving Walker down the lane, good. Walker has 4. And the lead back to 18. Here's a shot by Pittman, no good. Rebound and a long rebound again by Hayes. Here come the Pioneers. Quakers in danger of falling down by 20 right here. Here's Ashley. Off now to Jackson. Jackson down the lane. No. Ball tipped by Joseph. Still loose to the baseline. Newhart able to pick it up. Lead pass will find White. White has it tipped and stolen away again. Ashley comes up with a steal. Quakers 13 turnovers. Here's Walker. Walker stops, pivots, gives it off to Jackson on the left wing. Skip pass near side to Hayes. 3-pointer short. Hayes follows her shot, gets the rebound, and will go to the line for 2. So Hayes will go to the line. Wiesner picks up her foul. In fact, that'll be number 2. I was about to say her 3rd, but it is just her 2nd. And here at the line will be Kristen Hayes. So if Transy goes on to win this one tonight, they will improve their conference record to 10-3 with 5 games remaining. So they're sitting pretty good for one of those top 6 playoff spots. Tennant back in for the Quakers. Bowling steps in the lineup as well. Second free throw's on the way. It is good. So Hayes with 6, and looks like Transylvania will get the timeout. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down in this one by 20.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Well, Transylvania got a timeout. That generally means they're going to change up a little bit defensively here. And they're going to go man-to-man out of that timeout. Here's Bowling. Joseph at the high post, off now to Wiesner. Wiesner crosses back to the left hand, goes to the top of the circle. Entry pass again to Zoe. Nice up and under, but missed it. Rough night for Zoe. She's up against a much bigger team and couldn't get that one to go. Back the other way. Walker. Nothing there. Wisely backs it off, gets the high screen from Clemens. Here's Jackson. Jackson. Skip pass left side. That's Klein. Here is Walker once again. Walker in the lane. Feeds to Jackson. Three-pointer. No. Rebound. Battled for Joseph. Comes away with it for the Quakers. Here's Tennant. Quickly across the timeline. 2:22 to go. Wiesner back outside to Joseph. Joseph drives. Right hand good. Joseph with 4. Quakers down by 18. Here's the trap once again. In the backcourt is Clemens. Clemens, lead pass will find Ashley. Ashley driving against Joseph and a blocking foul against Kyra, and that'll be her first. That is only the third team foul, but Ashley apparently in the act of shooting will go to the line for 2, and the first one is up and good. Mariah Flynn has checked in for the Quakers. Also coming in now for Transylvania's Otero out of Brook Park, Ohio, home of the famous foot-long spicy sausage hot dog. Second free throw is good. So Ashley gets them both. If you're ever in that fine city of Brook Park, make sure you get that hot dog. 1:54 to go. Here's Wiesner with the basketball. Wiesner with the left hand off the glass, no. Joseph tried to get the rebound, take that back. Curtis tried to get the rebound, taken away by Tennant. Here is Curtis, triple teamed at one point, and that's going to be a foul. They're going to get Otero. In the lineup, White. Tennant will sit down. 1:39 remaining. White off the inbound, fresh 30 on the shot clock. Wiesner starts to cut down the lane. Once she does, the defense collapsed. Ball knocked back out of bounds. It'll be Earlham basketball. So now White will move to the left side of the basket. Cameron. Nothing there. Kicks it outside to Flynn. Bowling right side. Got the step. Baseline floater. No. Bowling comes up with the offensive rebound to Wiesner. Layup good. Wiesner gets her first. 2 Quakers stay with it. 44-26 with 1:22 to go. This is Walker in the ball game now for Transylvania. Number 35 is Kerrigan Davis, a 5'9 junior. Jackson driving, miss. There is Kerrigan with the rebound, so Davis comes in and gets her first points. A couple of players that we haven't seen on the stat sheet too much for Transylvania. Quakers unable to get anything on that offensive possession as we're now down under a minute to go. Here's Walker. Very quick freshman. Ashley with the basketball gets the screen from Otero. Jackson lobs inside to Otero. Otero puts it on the floor. Then we've got a kick basketball, and it'll be Quaker ball. 11 turnovers now for Transylvania. Anytime you're a big, you cannot put the ball down on the floor unless you chin and look. Anybody who has the kind of hot dogs they have at Brook Park, Ohio should know that. 24 seconds to go. Here's Bowling. Left side to White. Entry now to Zoe. Zoe with the left hand, and they're going to get the foul again on Otero. Just picked up her second, and Zoe Curtis will go to the line for 2.
Zoe Curtis at the line, shooting 2.
Transylvania will make a change. I think we've seen the last, at least for a little bit, on Otero. 7 points by Curtis. Into the lineup will be Rachel Cox. Cox, all 6 of her points coming in the first half. By the way, they're talking now with Miranda Otero, at least head coach Julie Folks is, about that last defensive play. 8 points now by Zoe, 16 points, 7 and a turnover again. A big mistake that time by Davis. That'll be now 12 turnovers by Transylvania. Quakers, big possession here. Going to move White to the left side for the inbound. By the way, our camera operator has a soccer match after this, and she's been standing for 2 hours. You're going to have some tired legs. If you want to sit down in the fourth quarter, let me know. We're union here, but we believe in not making you stand. Get her a chair, will you? 16.7. What's that? There's a room full of them. Here's Spears off the inbound, hits the basket. That'll be a 2-point shot. Spears gets her first 2, and the Quakers down by 16. Jackson, nice crossover. And they're going to get her for a double dribble. 13 turnovers by Transylvania, so the press bothering Transylvania, and they will bring 4 new players in with 5.4 seconds. Their head coach, Julie Folks, has seen enough from her bench. That is Macy Ford, who's also checked in. Here's Bowling, and that shot's going to be blocked out of bounds by Shelby Boyle. 0.3. On this, you've got to throw something up around the rim if you can. And a little bit shaken up that time is Bowling. She may have hurt that right knee. And that'll be it for the third quarter. Now Quakers offense got a little bit better, but they have a ways to go on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We head to the fourth. Quakers trail this one by 16.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Last time these two teams met, the Quakers managed just 43, but they only gave up 60. We're kind of on that same path right now, though Earlham offensively really went through that point where they just could not buy a basket for a while. Well, they're still within striking distance. You get a couple of stops right here and get some baskets. It's a different ball game. Quakers trying to pick up the intensity of the offense. That three's on the way by Boyle, no good. Ball tipped out. Bowling comes away with it. Quakers 3-on-2 break the other way. Bowling all the way to the basket and another block shot by Boyle. Not sure how many block shots they have. Do they have us an update here? Blocks. 8 block shots now by Transylvania. Head coach Julie Folks way out of her box again. 26 on the shot clock. White will inbound, ball loose, and eventually goes off the fingertips of Boyle. That was a good read defensively there by Celia Klein from Transylvania. So White now will inbound Deep on the left baseline. Here's Spears. Bowling, back to White. Bowling, bouncing Spears, right wing. Flynn is in the corner. They'll reverse it back to White. Once again, Bowling, 12 on the shot clock. Bowling to White. Drives baseline, kicks back again to Bowling. Drives, shot no good. Ball tipped by Zoe, and back out now to Spears. And the Quakers get a fresh 30. Here's Spears with the basketball. Spears between the circles, again to Bowling. One thing about this, Earlham needs to get some offense going. They need buckets. Here's Flynn, shot fake. Flynn from 16, no. And the rebound by Boyle. That was a pretty good move by Flynn, but didn't finish. Got the defender way off balance. And now if you're the Pioneers, you can use some clock, and that's what Coach Folks is doing. Let's spread this out a little bit, look for a layup or the best shot possible. I don't know that this was it. That shot an air ball by Rachel Cox, but the putback good on the offensive rebound by Boyle. Boy, you got the rebound right there as the Quakers now down by 18. Spears with a basketball across the circle. Back outside again to White, left now to Flynn. Entry pass will find Zoe, who was double teamed and throws it away. 14 turnovers now by the Quakers. Coming up on the 8-minute mark. Boyle, top of the key, swings it left side. Boyle posting up underneath, skip pass will find Klein. Klein down the lane, good. Boy, you just start to make a little bit of a run, and the Pioneers come right back, and Earlham is going to need a timeout. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers down in this one by 20.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Well, the Quakers again started to make that run, but boy, Transylvania answered the call again, and so the Quakers have another uphill battle to climb. And there may not be enough time in this one. They're going to have to get a lot of stops and then get that offense rolling. Well, you're talking about 7 minutes and 51 seconds. That's still a lot of basketball to be played here. Pittman has re-entered the ballgame. Curtis back outside to White and stripped from behind as Celia Klein able to knock it away from White. Quakers, by the way, led in scoring by Zoe Curtis with 8. Only 30 points so far here into the fourth quarter. Pittman, shot fake, back outside to Tennant. Tennant looking to her right, that's White. Pittman, entry pass to Curtis. Shot no good as that one rolls off the front of the rim over Cox, but Tennant gets the offensive rebound, and there's a three-point bucket good by Pittman. Pittman on the board for the first time tonight. 17-point lead. Cox near side Woodard. Cox posting. Will work it in the corner now to Ford. Ford again receives from Boyle, shoots it and misses, and the rebound by Curtis. Here come the Quakers again. Lead pass, Pittman. Pittman, baseball pass intended inside for Flynn, and another turnover. That's number 15. Now the Quakers a little bit quick trying to get it inside. Well, you got to get that angle a little bit better and try to shorten that passing lane down a little bit before you make that kind of pass. Pioneer basketball, Ford, entry pass. Once again to Cox, back to Ford in the corner. Three-pointer way off the mark by Klein. It goes out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Flynn. Newhart in. Also coming in for Transylvania will be Kristen Hayes. Zoe will sit down. She's had one of those nights that she'd probably rather forget. Here's Cox turning in the lane. Ball knocked out of her hands. It'll stay here. Not that she's played bad, just that you're up against such a big team. I already mentioned a little bit ago the Transylvania with 8 block shots, and several of those coming against Zoe Curtis. 4 on the shot clock. Straightaway jumper, good. That's Hayes. Hayes from about 16, and we're back to a 19-point lead. Here's Cameron White. Tennant will give it back out front now to Flynn. Pittman will take the screen, hands it off to Flynn. Flynn spins baseline, left basket, good, and she's fouled. Well, one thing generally they'll tell you is that if you're not hitting the outside shot, try to get the ball to the basket. And that's what Flynn did that time, posting up. Pittman is out, and back in the ball game is Spears. And here is Flynn for the three-point play. It's on the way, and it is good. Flynn now with 5, 6:13 remaining. Quakers will again trap. There's no worry about fatigue. This is a team that conditions extremely well because of the style that Earlham plays. Hayes at the elbow. Skip pass will find Boyle. Boyle working there against Newhart. They'll go down low, and a traveling call against Woodard. And that'll be the 14th turnover. Jackson is back in. Klein will sit down now for the Pioneers. Quaker basketball. Quickly working it up the floor to White. Flynn may have walked with it. Gives it off now to Spears. Spears back to White. Spears between the circles, looking left. Tennant off the screen. Now it'll be Flynn. Checked there defensively by Boyle. Hands off now to Spears. Spears in the free throw circle. Here's White on the drive, and there's another block shot by Rachel Cox. That's almost unfair when you look at those long arms down inside and her size. That is going to be now 9 block shots. Three-pointer good. Spears with a bucket for the Quakers. And Earlham now down by 2. I'll take that back down 52-38 after the 2-point bucket. Here's Hayes across the timeline. We've got a foul, and they're going to get Newhart away from the ball. So Newhart will pick up her first. That is just the first team foul of the quarter, each with 1. 5:11 remaining. Woodard will inbound. This has not been a high-scoring second half at all. Driving to the baseline. Shot no good by Ashley. Ball loose on the floor. Spears able to pick it up. Here come the Quakers. Tennant across the timeline. Flynn at the top. Here's Spears once again at the elbow. And they'll go back again to Flynn. Off the screen, White near side. White puts it on the floor with a right-hand dribble, takes it all the way to the wing, and reverses it back out to Spears. Here's Flynn. Entry pass Newhart. Kicks it to White. Nice move to the baseline. Throws it high. And Newhart gets the rebound. Put back good. Boy, looked like that ball hit off the score clock. Should say the 30-second clock. And the Quakers down by 12. Moments ago, it was 20. The Quakers may have caught a break right there. Jackson hands it off now to Hayes. The kick out. Here's Woodard for 3. Missed it. Rebound. Put back inside. And boy, good position by Boyle to get that offensive rebound. And Boyle will go to the line. Flynn will pick up the foul. It's going to be her third. One more now for Boyle. Zoe Curtis in. Newhart will sit down. How about Newhart off the bench with 6? 4:11 to go. And that's going to be a violation on the shooter. Boyle was stepping on the line, and so she will miss the second free throw. Coming into the ball game now will be Walker. And when all was lost for a moment, looks like the Quakers have a chance here to get to within 10. Here's Curtis, hands off now to Spears. Spears gets it back again from Flynn, shoots the three and hits it. Spears with 8 in the second half. Quakers back to within 9. So Earlham on a run. All of a sudden, things have changed. Here's Walker. Walker gets the screen from Cox. It's Woodard. Woodard loses the basketball. Turnover number 15 by Transylvania. Quakers heading the other way. Here is Spears back again to Tennant. They'll work it to White. White stops, backs it up, and gives it off to Spears. Still plenty of time in the shot clock. Here's Flynn. No. Boy, that would have been big. Curtis with a rebound. Put back. No, I tell you what, that's 2 good looks in a row for the Quakers. Couldn't get either one of them. Boy, that would have been huge. Here's Jackson. 3 minutes remaining. Jackson. Hands off now to Walker. Walker near side, and they get Hayes for the travel. And Transylvania will get the timeout. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down by 9.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Quakers down by 9 back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Earlham was down by 20 and now trying to make a ball game of this one. Well, you got to give them credit. They really, after that drought, could have folded. They have not done so here tonight. Still plenty of fight in them as this is a huge possession. Curtis will hand it off to White. White down the lane, got bumped, throws it up. Good job by White. We'll go to the line for 2. And the best thing about this is you can put points on the board with the clock off. Foul's going to be called against Jackson, her first. And White misses that one. Boy, but you got to hit the free throws. White now 1 for 3 from the line. Klein is back in. Also coming in will be Boyle. 2:44 remaining and got the second one. So now, Quakers down by 8. Here's the press. Cox near side to Woodard. Skip pass will find Klein, who will bring it across the timeline. Cox with a high screen. Here's Hayes at the right elbow. They're posting Cox up underneath. Can't get it to her. Good defense by the Quakers. The drive on the baseline shot is short, and the foul's going to go against Mariah Flynn. She just picked up her 4th. Flynn thought there was a travel on Woodard. So Woodard to the line for 2. 2:27 remaining. Just going to see if I can see if there's some other scores available from women's college basketball tonight. If we can pull those up, we'll try to grab an updated scoreboard. Second one is no good, but a big offensive rebound. Boyle steps in and able to get a big offensive board. So another possession now. Lob pass to Cox. Cox, one dribble, lays it up and good. Big bucket there for the Pioneers. Back up by 10, all thanks to that rebound by Boyle. Inside here is the left-hand attempt by Curtis. Has it blocked again by Cox. So Zoe has another one blocked, and I would imagine the big inside Cox probably has about 8 block shots herself. We've got a foul call. Jeanette will pick up the foul. That will only be Jeanette's first. And here is Klein. We're down to 1:50 to go. Quakers need a stop and some quick offense. Hayes, offensive foul the other way. Looks like they may have gotten Rachel Cox. And they did. That'll be the 17th turnover. Any scores posted right at the moment here in the HCAC. 1:38 to go. Quakers basketball. Here's Spears. Step back. 3 on the way. Good. How about Kendall Spears? 11 all coming in the second half. And the Quakers, just like that, find themselves down by 7. 1:20 remaining. Here's Klein with the basketball. Off now to Hayes. There's your high screen, Boyle. Hayes with the right hand. Bouncing now to Woodard at the elbow. Skip pass will find Klein. Klein, short jumper, good. Big bucket by Klein. Back to a 9-point lead. We're at a minute to go. Quaker basketball. Tennette with the basketball. Off now to White. White gets the screen from Flynn. Back to Flynn. Entry pass. Zoe up and under with the left hand. Left it short this time. Gets it back, and there's a block by Cox, but they'll say that she got a piece of the arm, and that'll send Zoe to the line. That time much better by Zoe with the up and under, and then give that little head fake and try to get Cox in the air.
Zoe Curtis at the line.
So while Zoe's at the line, head coach Shauna Watson a chance to talk to the other 4. Curtis tonight 2 for 2 from the line, 8 points. And now 9. Boy, you're going to look back and wish you had that second quarter over again, in which you're outscored 20-3. If you even just make it 20-10, put another 7 points on the board, you think about what a ball game this would be right now. As the second free throw is good, and the Quakers are going to get another timeout. Zoe Curtis now in double figures. We will take a timeout as well. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 30-second timeout. Quakers down by 7.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Quakers down in this one by 7 with 48 seconds remaining. And it will be Transylvania basketball. Off the inbound, Quakers going to try to foul immediately, and they will. That'll be Boyle going to the line, who just missed 2. Spears, what a second half for Kendall Spears. 11 points for the Quakers. 3 3-pointers. And so we head to the free throw line. Good roll for Boyle. One more now for Shelby Boyle, averaging 11.7. Has 9, make it 10. And this time the Quakers will get the timeout. This time it is a full timeout. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers down 58-49.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors. only $3.50. Every Tuesday, the oven-roasted chicken. Thursday, the Italian BMT. And Saturday, the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Quakers down in this one with the basketball following the timeout. See if Earlham can get a quick basket right here. Driving baseline. Tennette in the corner here. Spears for 3. Shot a little bit long, and boy, I tell you what, Zoe had it for a moment. Slipped out of her hands, and the Quakers have to foul with 37 seconds remaining. So Tennette will pick up her second. And here's Boyle at the line. Boyle now 2 for 6. Take that back. 4 for 6 from the line. And calmly steps up and hits the first. Back to a 10-point lead. Coming out of the ball game will be Rachel Cox. And Sarah Ashley back in now for the Pioneers. Second free throw good as well. And Earlham's going to get another timeout. Let's see if this will be a 30 or a full. This will be a 30-second timeout for the Quakers. Want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-30-400. Want to remind you, when this one is over, you can go to GoEarlham.com and check out the final stats that will be posted just as soon as this one is over. Quaker basketball. Flynn quickly releasing the 3, missing, and the rebound by Boyle, and Earlham again has to foul immediately. Earlham's not going to get it done tonight with only 29 seconds remaining. They will come back here on Saturday. They will play Franklin. By the way, it'll be the second game. The men will play first, and that'll be followed by the women's game. So we're looking at 2 and about 4:30 for those 2 games. And again, both will be right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Walker back in. Ford is back in for the Pioneers. They're going to get a little smaller lineup except for Miranda Otero. So at the line again is Boyle. Boyle now has hit 5 in a row, make it 6. So she has hit a rhythm. Davis in. Kerrigan Davis, a 5'9 junior out of Richmond, Kentucky. 29.4. Quakers will let that roll inbounds. This is White. White gets the screen, drives down the lane, shoots and misses, and the rebound by Otero. She just held it high over her head and nobody could reach it. Quakers giving chase again. Probably no need to foul right here as we're down to our final 12. Well, the Quakers gave a great effort and a good comeback in this one, but they will fall short as your final score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Transylvania 62, Earlham 49. We'll wrap it up in a moment right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino's.com. Encino'sOfRichmond.com.
Well, let's wrap it up here tonight. Quakers lose at 62-49. We're back here Saturday. Men's and women's doubleheader 2 and around 4:15, 4:30 for both games. And again, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Again, go to GoEarlham.com for tonight's stats. And, of course, we'll have a complete wrap-up of this one on GoEarlham.com and RadioTroy.com as well. Final score, Transylvania 62, Earlham 49. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Women's Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.